Shalom, shalom to all of you out there in this great big world that I call social media. Yes, this is Brother Dana coming to you from Chicago. As I normally do, a special shout out to all of my wonderful, beautiful, chosen people of the Most High Yah. If you don't know what I just said there, let me say this. Hello to all of you out there, my black brothers and sisters that know or are soon to find out that you are the true chosen people of God. That's right, you are the true Hebrews. And that is why I say shalom. This video tonight has actually been in the making for at least a week. And last night, or a couple nights ago, when I did the video on the coronavirus and Revelation 17, the quality of that video just confirmed even more so the reason behind this video. And so I want to get straight to the point, but for those of you that don't know, I have been blessed to be doing inner city community work for 26 years now. I have lived in the inner city community for 24 years. And I love where I live, even though the challenges living in a neighborhood that you would call the ghetto, black community, in the way we are viewed through society, definitely has its challenges. But I always say this, Yeshua, Jesus, did not commute from heaven to earth, but he walked where we walked. And because he did, when he asks me to transform areas of my life, I know even greater than my own trials and tribulations and hardships that Yeshua HaMashiach was capable of overcoming every hardship and obstacle that came his way. And so that is why I choose to live in an inner city community amongst the people that I love. And I have no regrets, except for I have chosen to live amongst the beautiful people of the Most High Yah. And throughout my experience, one of the things in my life over these years is also part of the reason behind this video. And it comes from Romans chapter 14 and verse 16. Let not then your good be evil spoken of. And because there are so many out there that claim to love God or love Yah and love his people, we can see so clearly their motives, or what we perceive to be motives, and just maybe that lucrative blessing. It has hurt my heart living here in an inner city community and seeing on a block 3, 4 small churches, and seeing individuals walking and taking the bus to get to that church. And this is not a judgment call. I'm saying this coming from the white community, where outside of the Pentecostal, in the conservative white community, pastors, at least with me growing up, pastors were never to be wealthier than the people in their congregation. And in most cases, you know, the children and the pastor would get hand-me-downs, would get leftovers, whether it was a member of the church got a new car and therefore donated their old car to the pastor so that the pastor could have a car. They lived in a parsonage where the beauty of living in my black community, I have seen and I've learned history that the black pastors were honored, and they're honored so greatly. And this is where I have white Pentecostal family preachers and teachers, and I'm not going to call out one of them because there's several of them, but they know the devotion and the dedication that you, as my black brothers and sisters, have towards your pastor. And in the past, when I have done my research, it has come that the pastor was one of the most educated men or individuals within the neighborhood. And instead of leaving and going someplace where they could possibly have a better job with better income, they chose to live in the inner city where they were brought up. And these pastors would dedicate their lives to serving people. And today, I have seen that culturally, both whites in the Pentecostal movement as well as some of my black pastors in the inner city, it seems like they've taken advantage of that loyalty and will drive into their inner city church with a $50,000 car. But yet the church building is dilapidated and the individuals are walking or taking the bus and barely have the resources to pay their monthly rent. And that broke my heart because I could see where some of the pastors, their love for the individuals in their congregation was not where they would lay their life down for them. And that always bothered me. And I never wanted finances or blessings that I may have to hinder my relationship with people. I didn't ever want or don't ever want the good that I hope I am doing for the Most High Yah to be seen as evil. But the Most High Yah has brought me back over this last couple of weeks to a place where I was a couple years ago. And that was where I was left without enough finances to pay my mortgage. Now, I work full-time. Well, 32 hours my position. It doesn't give me any benefits. But as of right now, that's the only job that the Most High Yah has opened the door for me to have. And part of that is because the position that I am in is very flexible, to even the point a couple weeks ago, and you're going to meet them at the end of my video here. I had the honor of traveling out to see my brother and his wife, and met them for the first time. And you'll meet them. And I was able to get the day off because I'm not set into a 40-hour schedule, and there's blessings in that, but there's also the other side that I do not have any stable income. And so I just recently moved, and part of me losing the home was due to the fact that I needed thousands and thousands of dollars to keep the city from removing the property that I was blessed with to develop a youth center. And eventually I had to have thousands of dollars, and they still tore it down. But due to all of that, I wasn't able to pay my mortgage and wasn't able to keep up on my bills, and that is one of the main reasons why my home went into foreclosure. But the Most High Yah is faithful, and that's why I don't say this to get sympathy or pity, but I say that to say that our Most High Yah is faithful to us. And as you know, I was able to sell the house and put a down payment on the smaller condo that I have now, which is better because I don't have time to take care of a whole house. But a couple weeks ago, I was already back to not being able to quite meet the demands of my mortgage. I did what I needed to do, and I will always do that. But when I just did the video many of you had commented that the sound wasn't very good, and part of that is because the equipment that I was using has been so old, but I haven't had the finances or the resources to buy a better camera until I, praise the Most High, got my income tax money back. And what I'm saying out of all of this is that I have, for 26 years of my life, been doing my ministry, feeding my kids, and I still do so in public schools. When I meet with some of the kids on my own, I feed them out of my own pocket. And I don't share those things because I don't want my right hand to know what my left hand is doing. But I don't have to share those things to also make it known that I am doing all that I can do to serve the Most High Yah. But a couple weeks ago, the Most High Yah showed me again that I am not capable or able to do the work that He's called me to do all by myself. And that I have to begin to ask those of you that hopefully see my spirit and know my heart would be part of the team, that we would join together to do what the Most High Yah has called us to do. And out of that, some of those resources are finances. And I didn't want to do it because I didn't want my good to be spoken evil of. Therefore, I never would do anything boldly to ask for support in the ministry, not to pay my mortgage, but that the finances that I work would pay my bills, and the support that I get would help me to travel, to speak, to pay the bills of the ministry. And so the Most High Yah brought me to Matthew chapter 12, verses 22 to 37, and in a very quick nutshell, it's about when Yeshua, Jesus, healed a blind man and a mute man, and He sent out the demons. And when He sent those demons out, the crowd marveled at what He did and the transformation that took place in this young man's life. But then there were those Pharisees that then spoke evil of the good that He did by saying He was of the devil, speaking and casting out the demons. And Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, in His loving way, responded and said, well, even if that's the case, then Satan is defeating himself. He's coming against his own house. And the Most High Yah showed me that even in the work that Yeshua did, and the blessings that He was in the open as well behind scenes, was taken and spoken evil of. And that fear actually boiled down to a pride or a level of arrogance in my own heart. An arrogance that I didn't want my good to be spoken evil of, or in other words, I didn't want my name to be on the lips of individuals that would speak evil of Pastor Dana, Brother Dana, OneLove, because they may believe that the work that I'm doing is only motivated out of personal self-gain. And it was at that moment that I repented to Yeshua HaMashiach and said, if you put your own image on the line to do the will of Yah, then my image is of nothing compared to doing the will of you. And in me being able to do it, I have to put my image and some of my own reputation on the line, that people will speak evil of me. There will be the naysayers. There was for every individual in the word of the Most High Yah, from Nehemiah to Joshua to Moses to Paul, and to the greatest of them all, Yahshua HaMashiach. So this video is simply for me to break free now of that chain that is hindering OneLove, which is also what the Most High Yah said to me. He said, son, he said, don't get this wrong. OneLove is not yours. OneLove is mine. And as I gave talents to certain individuals, OneLove is what I've given to you. And if you want to take OneLove and bury it, then you do so. But I've called you to take OneLove to a level that is going to be greater than your ability to do it on your own. And you're going to have to let go of some of your image, your fear, and you're going to have to ask, you're going to have to share, and you're going to have to go. And so tonight I rejoice by being able to understand that there were still things inside of me that were getting in the way of doing the will of the Most High Yah. And that greater than my image is doing the will of the Most High Yah. And even though I may get some naysayers, I'm going to do what I've been called to do. And that is to be a good steward over OneLove. And to do what I've been doing for 26 years, way before any of you met me on the camera. Even as I was talking to Pastor Anthony Douglas tonight, who you're going to again see him in a few minutes. And when I went to South Carolina and saw him, I didn't just see a man that was speaking truth to his congregation. But I saw a man that was speaking truth, but was living it in his home, in everything else that I saw him doing. That his deeds of love were up front of his words of truth in love. And he blessed me. And I'm so grateful that him and his wife and myself were now, whether they like it or not, we are connected. Because I know they're set apart, because their love for people, I'll just say in sharing their home, blessed me. The sacrifice that they were giving, not just in front of people, but behind the scene. And I know that whatever comes my way, I am accountable to the Most High Yah. And greater than my fear of my reputation with people is the fear of not having my Father, the Most High Yah, to look down on my life and say, this is my son who I am well pleased. And when I get to see him face to face, my greatest desire is this: well done, my good and faithful servant. You are a good steward over what I gave you. Now, now will be our reward. And that's what I was thinking about just today. I'm almost 50 years old. Say another 25 years of good life. The Most High Yah be willing. But what is really worth having at the end of the day. 25 years of, the rest of my 25 years moving out of the inner city into an area where I'd be more comfortable and more, relaxed, and maybe get a job where I'm making the money that my degree allows me to make and enjoying that earthly fruit for maybe 25 years, or spend these rest of these 25 years willing to go wherever and live wherever the Most High God has asked me to live. I bought something for the house on Friday, and it was too heavy for me to carry. And so I asked the Lord, the Most High Yah, that maybe one of the guys out on the streets that are out there doing their business would be out on the corner right by my house, and that I would be able to offer him some money if he would help me carry up this piece of furniture into my home. And I pulled up in front, and as I opened up the door of my car to get out, this gentleman approached me. He said, "Sir," he said, "do you have anything that I can do, just to get something to eat?" He said, "I'm homeless. I just don't have any place to go." And I said, "Sir," I said, "man," I said, "yes, I got money for you, but I also am going to ask if you would be able to help me carry this upstairs." I said, "It's not real heavy, but it's just too awkward for me by myself." And he was like, "Absolutely." And the way that he carried this up, you would think that we were best friends for years, his loyalty, and the way he was carrying this thing up the steps. We got up steps, and I gave him some money, and then I said, "Well, where are you going?" And he's like, "I don't know." And so I went and got him some food in the refrigerator and had him sit down. And then he said, "Do you have a backpack or any?" And I said, "Yes, I do." I went upstairs and I got my backpack and a few other things that I put in there. And he gave me a hug, and I sent him on my way. I say that to say that some people were concerned that I allowed this guy into my home, and now that he might come back, and I'm like, are you for real? There's more loyalty in an individual like him than probably that lies within me. But I want to be my life where I am a blessing to people, that my deeds show people love. In Christendom, we used to say they will know we are Christians by our love. Through OneLove, my desire is that people will know that I'm a believer in Yah. I'm a follower of Yeshua HaMashiach due to my deeds of love. And if the Most High Yah is going to judge me, He's going to have to judge me that I love too much. Because I know it's been the power of love that has transformed my life. And therefore, I want to reciprocate what Yeshua HaMashiach did for me. I want to do that unto others so that they too will understand and follow Yeshua HaMashiach. And that is what OneLove is really all about. Love is patient, love is kind. Love endures, love protects, does not shame, it covers. Our brothers out on that street don't need us judging them. They don't need us turning up our noses at them. That's what Christianity does. But we need to look at these young men out on the streets as individuals who are kings, They just haven't been told that. They're leaders. It's evident in how they operate. That's why I want my deeds of love to be seen and felt. And in that love, it will begin to transform them. And when they're transformed, their life is going to be incredible. Again, that's what OneLove is all about. Because before OneLove was given to me, that's what I wanted to be about. So thank you for listening in. I know this is a long video, but I want to leave you here with saying thank you. And now I'm going to turn it over to my incredible brother and sister. All right? Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Listen, we are Morey Anthony Douglas, and this is Morey Patricia Douglas, better known as Prophetess Ezekiel Douglas. Honey, I am so excited about this past Shabbat, a couple of Shabbats ago, when we had none other than the renowned Aki from out of Chi-Town,
Chicago.
none other than Archie Morey Dana Stevens.
Yes,
Listen,
yes.
you all are sleeping on this young brother.
Yes.
Although he may be a Gentile, he is a Gentile that is in the truth.
Yes.
I really consider him as one of the Mispaka because he is a brother that is true to what our faith is. Y'all excuse our granddaughter coming into the photo, but we just want to endorse Brother Dana Stevens, OneLove Society out of Chicago, out of Chi-Town. We just want to let you all know that this brother is a true brother, and he is true to the cause of the Hebraic faith, to the Mispaka. He is all about spreading the word of who the true people of the Most High Yahuwah Sabaoth is, and we're so glad, so elated to have him to be a part of this great move of Yahuwah. What you think, honey?
Yes, absolutely. He came to Seventh Day and blessed us tremendously with the word.
Hallelujah.
Gave us a powerful testimony of how he was, how the Most High had a great encounter with the Most High, and how he came into this truth. And we were so blessed and honored to have him with us. We know that, how the Most High, grabs us and takes us and shakes us into this truth. So we're excited to have him to be a part of our family in this truth, not only in this truth, but in our family as one of our brothers here with our family, the Douglas family, with the Seventh Day Harvest family. Brother Dana, we love you. We had such great fellowship with you. You came into our home. You came into our assembly and blessed us. You came into our home. You ate with us. You supped with us. And we had such fellowship with you. You just blended right in like you were one of our family members. And we are elated to have you as a member of our family. We thank you, and we thank the Most High for meeting you, for fellowshipping with you, and we love you. We appreciate you so much for your walk with the Most High, for your strength and everything that you have already encountered with your walk. We just want you to know that we love you, and we pray that the Most High strengthen you as you endeavor to do the work of the Most High, because we all have a work to do. And the work that you are doing, we pray that you be strengthened, that you would be empowered with the Most High strength, not in your strength, but in the Most High strength.
Hallelujah.
That you be empowered with his strength to do the work that he has placed in your hands to do. We love you, brother. We love you, and we are always praying for you. that you be strengthened with the Most High strength and not your strength. We can't
Hallelujah.
say that enough. We love
Hallelujah.
you. We love you. We love you.
So we just want to encourage you, those that may watch this video, those that may follow Brother Dana Stevens and the One Love Society. We just want to say that this brother is a true brother. He is one that really loves Yahuwah and Yahuwah and the Yahuda people. Is what I'm saying. He truly loves us, and this is one brother Gentile that I can truly say is true to the cause, and I am so grateful to even call him friend.
Yes,
Scripture says that he that has friends must first show himself to be friendly, and that's one thing that I've come to know about this brother, that he is true to the cause, and that's all I got to say.
Absolutely. I just want to encourage you, brother, that no matter what you stand up against, nothing can stand against the power of Yahuwah that is on the inside of you. Nothing can stand against that. So you be strengthened, be encouraged, and know that you have sisters and brothers that are praying for you, praying that the strength of the Most High be with you in your walk and in your endeavors with the Most High. We love you.
We love you. Shalom, shalom. And
Shalom,
as you can see, we wearing your products.
Absolutely.
Hallelujah.
We love our shirts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know what material this is, but it feels so good.
Shalom, shalom.
So
love you, man.
Love you.
Peace.
Love you, brother.